Hi everyone, Jesse here with eTrailer. Today we'll be taking a look at, and I'll show you how to install the CURT custom fit trailer hitch receiver on our 2020 Lexus RX 450h. Adding a hitch to your car is a great way to add on some additional storage space and also a way to store some stuff outside the vehicle that you don't want to put inside your nice interior. With this hitch, you can throw in accessories such as a bike rack or a cargo carrier, or you can even do some towing with it. Just remember, if you plan on doing any kind of towing, you will need to add on trailer wiring to keep you safe and legal out there on the road. We'll take a closer look at our hitch installed on our neighbor's vehicle. As you can see, the cross tubes are completely hidden behind our fascia here, so all you can really see is your receiver opening. And that's going to be your standard 2-inch by 2-inch opening, so most of your accessories will slide right in there. Then behind that, we have another standard 5/8-inch pinhole. The pin and clip are not included with the hitch, however we have many options available here at eTrailer. Also, any accessory that you add on will most likely come with one included. And then for your towing, we have a wire type safety cable loop down here, very easy to access with whatever style safety cable you have, for example an S style like this, or even a large clevis like this. Now for some quick measurements, we'll start with our ground clearance. From the ground to the top of the inside of the collar is about 16 inches. Then from the center of our pinhole to the edge of our bumper here is right at about 5 inches. That's a number you want to keep in mind for any folding accessories that you add on to ensure they don't make contact with the vehicle. As for the capacities with this hitch, we have a gross trailer weight of 4,000 pounds. That's the amount of weight that you can pull behind the vehicle, and a maximum tongue weight of 600 pounds. And that's the amount of weight pushing down on the hitch. You do have the option to use weight distribution with this hitch. Your gross trailer weight will get bumped up to 5,000 pounds, but that tongue weight's going to stay the same. And always be sure to double check your Lexus's owner's manual to ensure your vehicle can handle that weight safely. A question we get asked a lot is, once the hitch is installed, will my hands-free liftgate assist still function properly? And the answer with this hitch is yes, it will. You'll just, of course, have to kick to one side of the receiver or the other. But as you can see, it works just as it did before. But all in all, if you're looking for a hitch for your Lexus, I really think this is a great option for you. I think it looks great on the back of our neighbor's vehicle. If you have any questions or concerns about this hitch or anything else we offer here at eTrailer, feel free to reach out to us. We'd be happy to get you pointed in the right direction. As for the installation with this hitch, it does involve removing a lower trim panel, and then you'll have to cut that. So if that's not something that you're looking to do yourself, check out our dealer locator. You can find someone local to you that would be happy to get you set up. If you are looking to see how this gets installed, then follow along and I'll walk you through the process. To begin our installation, we will start by lowering this plastic covering here. It's just held in by a series of push pin fasteners and then a couple of bolts. Helps to have a trim panel tool like this to get up under the center portion. And depending on the age of your vehicle, these can be quite a hassle to get popped out. I'll just slowly get that worked out, and then I'll work my way down the line with the rest of them. Once you have the push pin fasteners removed, we can move to the front side here, and these are 10 millimeters. Just 2 on the side, and then a few tucked up here. Now we'll pull that down, just make sure we got all of our fasteners besides these Phillips head plastic nuts that are holding us up. So let's take a Phillips screwdriver. And with these, it does help to kind of pull down while you're loosening it. And once you get it loose enough, you should be able to pull it off the rest of the way. And once you get those 2 fasteners removed, you just have to work this panel out of place. So I was wrong about all the fasteners being removed. There's actually one more push pin fastener hidden behind our wheel well here. This one is going to be a little tricky to get removed. We can pop that out, and work this the rest of the way out and set it aside to be cut. So our plastic cover is a little bit different than the one in the instructions. So what I did was mocked it back up and then found my center. I marked that and then went off the measurements in the diagram for what they cut out. So cut it out with some tin snips. We could always go back and make it bigger if we need to. Get this cut out. So I got that cut out, and now I'll come through and clean this up with a razor blade. Now we can move on to removing our recovery hook here. There's two 17mm bolts holding it up. We'll set that aside. You don't necessarily need to do this step, but I just find it makes it a bit easier. I'm going to lower down our exhaust, or at least disconnect this one hanger, because it is quite tight once you get the hitch up in place. So these are two 12mm bolts holding this hanger on. That's going to allow us just enough clearance to get our hitch into place. Now we'll come over to our driver's side, and we need to locate our mounting holes. There's going to be 3 on both sides, and they're going to be hidden under these plastic caps. So if you just pop them out with a flathead screwdriver, you'll see there's a weld nut up there. You'll most likely have a rubber cap on this hole here. I just popped that off also. But this next one will be another mounting hole. And I'll pop this rubber one off. And then our last mounting hole is up here. Passenger side is a little bit different because we have our recovery hook over here. So we'll remove that with a 17mm socket. Set that aside, and then we do have 2 caps to remove, the rubber one and then this plastic one. I'd recommend grabbing an extra set of hands to lift the weight of the hitch. I have my strong friend Kevin here to help me out. We'll start by working around our exhaust. Kind of have to angle it and then pull down on your tailpipe. Once you get past that, we should be able to get both sides lined up. And then each of our mounting holes will get a bolt with a conical tooth washer with those teeth facing towards the hitch. And we'll thread on one piece of hardware on both sides so we can get the rest of it up there. Now we'll take a 3/4 inch socket and snug everything down. Now we'll take our torque wrench and torque all of our hardware down to the specifications in the instructions. The instructions don't mention any trimming of the fascia, but as you can see, we are kind of pushing up on it. The reason I'm not cutting it is I don't see it creating any further damage to the fascia. And also there is a kick sensor mounted up here, which you really don't want to damage that. So I'm going to leave it as it is, but if you wanted to, you could cut out around this to give it a little cleaner look. Once you have everything torqued down, all that's left is to reinstall that plastic panel, and otherwise that's going to do it for our look at and installation of the CURT Custom Fit Trailer Hitch Receiver on our 2020 Lexus RX 450H.